Hi, I'm Juliana Hever, and this is 10 Days, 5 Ways, 1 Healthiest Year Ever. Today is T-minus 6 days until the new year, and today we're going to talk about breaking sugar cravings. One of the most challenging parts of eating a healthy diet for a lot of people are sugar cravings. You know, sugar is associated with many adverse health effects like elevated triglycerides and blood sugars and adrenaline, tooth decay, acne, depression, anxiety. It's been associated with diabetes, heart disease, poor lipid profiles. The list goes on and on. But, you know, in small doses, it could be okay. But there's the catch. There's the problem. Therein lies the issue. Sugar also happens to be exceedingly addictive. So here are 5 ways to break those sugar cravings. Way number 1. I recommend committing to 3 weeks. It takes about 3 weeks to transform your taste buds completely and to build new ones. So commit to 3 weeks when you can just get off of all of those sugars that you've been consuming, all of the refined processed sugars, and that includes white sugar, brown sugar, powdered sugar, turbinado sugar, organic sugar, date palm sugar. There's so many different types of sugars. Just anything that is a sugar that is very sweet, cut it out. And if you commit to those 3 weeks, you will see a big difference. It takes some people less, some people longer, but most people on about 3 weeks stop craving sugar. What you do during those 3 weeks leads me to way number 2. Eat whole sources of sweetness. I consider the wholest sweeteners, of course, fruit and fruit purees, but I also, when I bake, I like to use dates or date paste or date syrup. And I also sometimes use maple syrup. Some people also, I guess brown rice syrup would be on that list as well. But stick to those whole sources of sweeteners and your taste buds are gonna adapt to those, whereas the refined sugars are gonna taste too sweet ultimately, which leads to way number 3. Also avoid artificial or non-nutritive, which means no calorie, sweeteners. These sweeteners, they are designed in the lab to be hundreds, if not thousands of times sweeter than table sugar. So what it does to your taste buds is it tricks you into wanting more and more sweetness. It's impossible to break a sugar addiction by eating those sweeteners. So just cut them out. And this, by the way, includes stevia. I get asked that all the time too, but that's non-nutritive and it's very sweet. And we don't know what other adverse effects these artificial sweeteners have. We've heard about risk for cancer and other types of things, maybe even diabetes. There are some different associations being found out in the research, but only time will tell. For now, do it for the cravings at least. Way number 4, start with dessert as fruit. You know, fruit is a great dessert. You could blend frozen fruit and make a kind of a frozen dessert if you prefer, just fresh fruit, any kind of fruit that you enjoy. It's nice. It'll give you that sweet it'll suppress that sweet craving like if you're desiring something sweet, but it's also comes loaded with nutrients. So it's a healthy dessert. And finally, way number 5, be persistent and consistent. This is not always easy, and this takes people some time. So, you know, commit to those 3 weeks if you can, really focus on it, and you will end those cravings. I see it happen all the time. And this is coming from a previous chocolate chip cookie addict. So I've been through it myself. Thanks for joining me on this 10 days, 5 ways, 1 healthiest year. I'll see you tomorrow.